Alright. Hi. I've been procrastinating this video for a while. First part, I'm going to kind of give a little bit of an update. And then we're going to go into my baby story. I have my support right here. This is my cat, Topher. Hey. Toph. He is literally my kid. So he's here for support. So the first part of the video, I haven't been doing so well. I know in the last video I posted, I had said something about me, not expecting all the emotions I was feeling and everything from, again, TMI, my period. But first off, I want to talk about, with doing this, you are changing your lifestyle. Changing a lifestyle is very difficult. Yeah, it seems awesome in theory, like, oh, change yourself for the better, live a better life. It's hard. It's very difficult, especially if you've been living the way you're living all of your life. So I've been living something similar to this for the past 26 years. So for me to all of a sudden change it and magically everything be good, it's not going to happen. There will be slip-ups. There will be times that, like, I'm not okay. Or, like, with my back spasms and stuff, that I'm not able to work out. I'm not able to do things. But I'm still pushing forward. It's not a fail. I'm not giving up on myself. And this little guy here won't let me, even though he's not so little. Are you, Tofi? Yeah, my cat's 30 pounds, so he's quite heavy. So whenever I leave and take him with me, like, I lift him to the car and wherever we're going to. Like, if I'm going to my mom's, I take him with me. So I carry 30 pounds worth of cat into the car, out of my apartment, and into my mom's. Now, the second part of this video. This is the part that I've really, really, really been procrastinating. Switch angles here. Where to start? Well, I got pregnant. I had found out after me and the dad had split up. Didn't end well. Let's leave it at that. He didn't quite believe me that I was pregnant. That's fine. He believes what he believes. I'm not going to go into that. I was very happy, despite the situation I was in. Ever since I was young, I wanted a family. I wanted kids. For the past 10 years, this is my kid for the last 10 years. Still my kid. I love him to death. He's been such a good emotional support for me. Sorry, I'm making sure I'm not blocking any of the microphones on my camera. But yeah, I've never been pregnant before, so I didn't know exactly what to expect or what I was going to be feeling. I never had any morning sickness, which was awesome. I love that. I just felt really nauseated. Certain smells triggered it, and, like, I wanted to puke my guts out, but never did. Might have puked once, but that was because this guy was sick, and no, my stomach was not taking it. But everything else was great. Like, I was put on this path of, oh, I have to be healthier for my baby. I have to work out. I have to provide a good life, not only for the rest of my life, but for the beginning of my child's life. Like, if I'm not healthy and I'm not active, my kid's gonna be the same. Ow, Topher, sweetheart. I love you, but that hurt. Like, can you sit or get down or something? Thank you. Um, Sorry, he was stepping on my hair. Um, but if I'm not active, my kid's not going to be active, and my kid would be unhealthy, and I didn't want that. I didn't want my kid to grow up not knowing, like, what it was like to go out and play with mom outside. And not just sit indoors playing video games, watching movies, watching videos on YouTube. But like it was completely new to me. Like, I've never been pregnant. Like, I do have 7 nieces and nephews, but I've never experienced it for myself. But I was happy. I really was. And despite the fact that I was going to go through everything by myself, I was going to do it alone. I was okay with that. I was going to have this amazing bundle of joy to raise and love, and just, it was going to be amazing. So when it came time to my first baby appointment, my friend had asked if he could go along. Like, I was fine with that. I was like, okay, whatever. I won't have to go by myself to my appointment. It also helped me out because I have anxiety when I drive. If I don't know exactly where I'm going. So he was willing to drive, which I was very grateful for. But the night before my appointment, I started to feel kind of crampy, like a period cramp. Now, my monthly cramps from time to time could get extremely bad, where I'm screaming, I'm crying, in so much pain, on top of the pain I already go through on a daily basis. Not a lot of people know this, because I put on a smile, like, I put on a front that no one knows. And for all I know, people think I fake it because I don't complain about it. I don't cry. I don't bitch about it. But I'm in 24/7 pain all the time. It's very difficult for me for day-to-day activities and just needing to get up and move. And I just want to lay down because I hurt. But anyway, like, I had used the restroom about midnight the night before my appointment, so technically the day of my appointment. And I started to see some spotting. I was really, really worried because I knew spotting was related to miscarriages and the cramping was related. And I was really, really hoping everything was just going to be okay. Because some women do have spottings and everything's fine and they have healthy, beautiful babies. And here I am, trying to be positive, not to think of the negative, but also prepare myself mentally for the fact that I could be losing my baby. I got up around like 6 a.m. Like, I went to sleep and I got up around 6 a.m. I wasn't really like able to fully sleep. I was waking up from the pain of the cramping, and there was a lot more blood when I woke up. And I was in so much pain that, like, it was even hard for me to move. I drove over to my friend's house, and I told him what was going on. We went to the hospital, and I went to go check in, and I was just in so much pain. Like, it was very visible. Like, I wasn't able to hide this kind of pain. Shortly after I started filling out my paperwork and stuff, I was taken back because they wanted to make sure everything was okay, because I told them I thought that I was having a miscarriage because of the amount of blood that I had seen earlier that morning. I got into the room where they were going to examine everything. My friend was with me, and like I said, I'm so grateful that he was there, because I don't think I could have done it alone. But I ended up laying down. They did their normal examinations. They did the ultrasound. But before they did my examinations, right before, like, they had me change and lay on the bed or whatever, or sit there. After I propped up my feet, like, the pain subsided a little bit. Looking back on it now, I know that's when my baby was gone. But they came back with the doctor and the nurses, and they did their examination. They did end up removing the baby, like, and they tried to hide it from me. Like, I was suspicious of what they were doing, and they made sure there was no internal bleeding or anything wrong like that. But they left, like, everyone left the room so I could get dressed and kind of clean up and everything. And my friend came back into the room, and shortly after, the main nurse came back in, and she sat there, and she told me that I had miscarried the baby, like, the baby was gone. And I was just in so much shock, I didn't know how to react. Like, I was just blank. I was also holding it in because I don't like crying in front of people. It's hard for me to sit here and be crying in front of the camera. But she apologized and how sorry she was for my loss. And they had me go get some blood work to make sure it wasn't something with my blood against the baby's blood. Because sometimes, like, because I didn't know what blood type I was. They said a lot of times if a mother has a negative blood type and the baby doesn't, that it could actually, my blood could actually end up killing the baby, or my body rejecting the baby because of the clash in blood types. But once we got to the car, after I got my blood taken and all that, like, I broke down. I mean, I don't know what else I could have done, like, up until that point. And I was just so numb. I didn't want to continue. Because when they removed the baby, they removed my heart. Like, it felt like they ripped my heart out of my chest. But after we got back to my friend's house, I spent some time there because my friend didn't want me to be alone. And I'm grateful for that. I spent some time with his dad and just completely got my mind off of it. It still hurts. It's still very, very fresh. I honestly don't think that, until I try to have kids again, that I will fully 100% be over it and not be hurt or heartbroken over it. I can just take it one day at a time. Because that's all I can do right now. And I look at it this way, like I know I didn't do anything wrong with the short time that I was pregnant. So I look at it this way. My baby gave me my best chance. And I know I said that I'm doing this to hold myself accountable, because if I have this and doing these videos and trying to keep myself accountable, I'm not only, if I fail at doing this, that I'm failing my future self. I'm failing anybody who watches these and get inspired to make a change in their life. But I'll also be failing my kid and my future kids. And I can't do that. It's hard for me to see people with babies, or I have two girls I worked with that just recently have kids. I don't look at their posts. I don't look at any of their pictures, even though I'm so happy for them that they get their chance to be a mom. It tears me up. It hurts me to see that and know that I don't get the opportunity like I had. So day by day, I'm taking it slowly and I'm trying, I really am. But it's just been a little harder on me these past week or so because of my period. It just brought up all these emotions. And it's very hard unless you lost a child in a miscarriage or your child has passed due to whatever reason. No one will ever know how this feels. They might sympathize and they can imagine, but they truly don't know. So I want to be there for others that have been through this. And I'm also using this so I can talk it out. That way, it's out in the open for me. Because I don't talk about this. This is one part of my life I choose not to talk about. I try to keep it, hidden. And I can't do that for my own health. So, thank you for watching and listening. Hopefully I'll get back to being on a normal schedule, workouts, eating right. I'm still trying to eat right. It's just I'm not working out while doing it. So I will see you all next time.